Hi everybody, welcome to EDC Austria. I'm Stefan. Today I wanna talk about the Pepyakka 4.0 spinner. 2017 has been a really interesting year both for spinners and for Custom Knife Factory. They released first the Pepyakka 3.0, then the really expensive Snežtan and CKF collaboration, the Pepyakka S for $425, and then they went back to their regular Pepyakka line and released this Pepyakka 4.0 for $235. Although this one is offered in 5 variants, where one of the variants costs over $500, and I'm not quite sure what that's about, because as usual CKF doesn't tell you anything. But as you can clearly see, the 3.0 and the 4.0 have been designed by the same designer. It's kind of very obvious, and they are also built pretty similar. You have a stainless steel button, you have a brass weight, then you have a PVD coated stainless steel plate, then all the black surroundings here are titanium, and here is the inner steel body, which contains 3 tritium vials, which in my case are just regular green. They said it would be random. They had 5 Pepyakka 4.0s to sell, and I think the colors are dependent on what you get, because initially they said it's randomized. This is the 4.0Y, which I guess stands for yellow. There's also a V for violet, a blue, an amber, and then just a 4.0, which looks the same as this one with no further declaration. What you'll be happy to hear is this one runs very smooth now. So they did something with the huge problem they had with the 3.0, although I didn't come in contact with that problem so much, because there were basically 3 different bearings, and whichever one you got, that was the one you got, and 2 of them were not so great, and one was actually pretty usable. I was lucky and got the usable one, but you still see it's hard to clean or anything because it's completely shielded, and yeah, and it's a 608 bearing, which these days aren't used that much anymore, even though there is kind of a movement to bring them back, because people like the feedback you get from an 608 bearing. But here we have an R188 bearing that shows the serial number. This time it's on the inside. In my case it's 549. In the 3.0 it was here instead of the trit vial. And on the other side you have the caging mechanism, which looks like you need a proprietary key to open this well. It's a guided 10-ball R188, so why should I complain? Of course it won't get the best run times, but one thing that CKF always has said is they are not in this game to win spinning time competitions. They want their spinners to be fun to fidget with and great pieces of art, but they are not meant to break any records. Even their most expensive spinner, which actually has two bearings and runs as smooth as none other spinner that I have ever seen, runs only for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, although this one is lubricated, but I won't disassemble that one. And here we are already encountering the one problem I'm having with this spinner. Maybe you can see it, but the way I flick a spinner is I hold it between thumb and index finger, and then I flick it with the middle finger. But you're so far off center here that it's really an unnatural movement. It really doesn't wanna flow well. You can do it. It works a bit better if you use your ring finger, but with any other spinner, this is the perfect way to do it. Like with this dry spinner, it's the best way to do it. Or with any other. If I take a cheap $30 spinner, index and thumb, and of course spinning it with my middle finger is most efficient. But with this one, it's a really odd movement. Of course you get used to it over time. But yeah, that's one of the problems. But actually it's the only problem I have with the spinner itself. I do have some problems with Custom Knife Factory, as the spinner market is already kind of collapsing, and now they are releasing a spinner in 5 colors. The interest in spinners, in high-end spinners, was high because there was limited supply. If you create way too much supply, the demand won't be as high, and if it's attainable for everybody, then nobody cares anymore and the scene will die completely. And before, they always made one model and maybe with one modification with Mokutai or the Damascus or something in that direction, but it always was a special thing. And now we have 5 different ones where some of them don't even look differently from clones that came out half a year ago. But still, it is, if you touch it, it's a fantastic piece of craftsmanship. The parts are produced in China, sourced from all over the world, wherever you get titanium, stainless steel and so on, and they are hand assembled in Russia. And I also don't know if this is a limited spinner and to how many pieces it's limited. The 3.0 was limited to 2,888 pieces and the S was limited to 888 pieces. For this one, I don't know if there's a total or if everyone is going up to 2,800, I don't know. But we'll see how the market develops from here. But the whole spinner thing, except for a few enthusiasts like me, is kind of already dying out, at least with the main consumer group. Okay, I've been prabbling on for a bit, but let's weigh it and then do a spin test. Okay, it has 68.8 grams. Just to compare, the 3.0 has 63 grams and just a regular copper spinner has 62, so they are all kind of in the same ballpark. And again, it feels great in the hand. If you play with a $30 spinner for a while and then touch this is like day and night. But I just don't like how many different versions there are and all that kind of stuff, because they become less special. And then you shouldn't be asking the high price for it. This may be the last big spinner from Custom Knife Factory, because the Pepyakka C was already released. There is another drop coming, but aside from that, I don't know if there will be anything else. Now let's go for the spin test. Okay, let's give it a good spin and see where it leads us. Okay, it actually stopped at 325. It seems to be improving, because 2 days ago I could only get it to a max of 310, and I've been actually using it a lot, so maybe it's still breaking in. So my conclusion is it worth the money? Yes. But only if you really love spinners, if you really love Custom Knife Factory, and if you are prepared to take a hit on this product, because I'm not sure about the resale value in the future. But this is a great spinner and would make the perfect centerpiece of any collection. That's all I can say about this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to leave a comment, please leave it in the comment section. And if you want to be informed about new videos, please subscribe. Have a great day. Bye bye.